Hey everybody, it's 8-Bit to the Future. Happy International Women's Day to all the ladies out there. Maybe you should go play some Portal 2 with GLaDOS and Chell, some Beyond Good and Evil with Jade. Heck, you can even play some Mario Kart, Races Rosalina or Peach. It doesn't matter. But the real reason why you're watching this video is because of that Nintendo Direct that just happened a couple hours ago. And boy, was it big. Yes, Smash was announced. Predicted it here. I'm sure I wasn't the first to predict it, but I did predict it. We are getting Smash, and it is coming in 2018. But before we get to that, let's run through all of the great announcements, all of the okay announcements, and all of the surprise announcements. We're going to go through everything here, and I will mention if I was right or close or completely off with my predictions. So they start off the show with 3DS titles. It was about 5 minutes of 3DS. Like I was expecting. We are getting a new WarioWare game, pretty much in the vein of that Mario Party game that recently came out for the 3DS, the Top 100. It seems like it's going to be a collection of old WarioWare games and possibly some new ones. Seems really cool. August 3rd, it's going to be coming out. Kind of wish it was the Switch, but again, that's some 3DS support. Then the new title, I did say there was going to be a brand new 3DS title, and I guess this will go for it. And definitely the weirdest titled game to be announced here at the Direct. It's Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers, and I think I have the proper title. I could be wrong. It could be Dead Heat Racers, but I think it's Breakers. Coming out May 24th. Weird game. Don't know much about it. I wasn't really paying attention at the time. Honestly, the 3DS stuff, I just wanted to get out of the way, so I'm glad they opened up the show with it. Next, they mentioned Mario plus Luigi Inside Story, and it's going to have Bowser Jr.'s story. I don't know if that was part of the original or that's totally exclusive to the 3DS. And if I'm not mistaken, they said 2019 on that one. So we're actually going to be seeing support for the 3DS until next year. That's what I'm getting from that. So really surprised there. Next was Detective Pikachu. I did suspect them that they were going to say something about Detective Pikachu since it is coming out on March 23rd. A few more little details, and they didn't mention the massive amiibo that we did know about beforehand. And then I guess the biggest surprise is the Luigi's Mansion remake for the 3DS, which is coming sometime this year. It's basically a remake of the GameCube edition with a boss rush mode they mentioned. Looks cool. I mean, I really wish the remake was on the Switch because we would have saw some nice HD graphics, because this one pretty much looks like the GameCube one, maybe with a few more jaggies. But Luigi's Mansion getting some love. But once they announced this, I highly doubted my prediction where I said they were going to mention that DLC for Odyssey, that Luigi's Mansion Kingdom. Because if they're mentioning Luigi's Mansion, I doubt it's going to get two mentions in the same thing. But at least we're getting Luigi's Mansion. Let's move on to the Switch stuff that was announced. Kirby Star Allies. I did say they were going to talk about this very shortly since it is coming up. We did find out you could play as King DDD. Sorry, not play as, but have, I guess play as if you're playing in multiplayer, but have them as friends. King DDD, Meta Knight, Waddle Dee, stuff like that. Though, if you did check the leaks, that was announced a little bit before people data mined the demo. Plus, we're going to get free updates with more friend characters. They showed that on March 28th, just a couple weeks after the game releases, we're going to get the friends, or the animal friends from Kirby's Dream Land 2, which is one of my favorite Kirby games of all time. So you could play as Rick the Hamster. I love Rick the Hamster. The fish, I'm not too sure. And I'm not too sure of the owl's name too, but that's really cool. And we're going to get more after that as well. And they did mention the demo is out. Then there was a surprise port for Okami HD. I'm actually surprised I didn't think of this beforehand. It was surprising when they announced this and it came out and none of the other systems got it. I mean, all of the other systems got it except the Switch. Because if you remember, the original Okami came out on the PS2, then was ported to the Wii. And lots of people think the Wii is the definitive edition. So it is cool to see it come back to a Nintendo console with Okami HD. Kind of wish they would throw Okami Den in there as well as kind of a full package, so we got that DS port in there. But it's cool to see that it's coming here. Third-party support said we would see it in this Direct, and we definitely did see it here. It's coming out in the summer, but they did mention it's an eShop, so I don't think we're getting a physical. Kind of disappointed about that. Maybe, who knows? We might get a physical announcement down the line. Next is Sushi Striker. I think it had a subtitle, but it's a Sushi Striker game. I heard a leak earlier today about this coming out for the Switch because it was originally announced for the 3DS. Coming out June 8th. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it looks pretty much like an eShop game to me. But I think that's getting a physical copy. Octopath Traveler. I actually did not make a prediction on this because I didn't think we were going to hear much about it. If we did, I thought it was just going to be a little update. We got 2 new characters plus an actual date of July 13, 2018. I did not think this thing was coming until probably earliest October or November. That this is a summer game is really surprising. A lot of these games that they mentioned are spring-summer. And it's getting a physical edition and a special edition, which looks really cool. Will probably be priced ridiculously, but it's cool that it's getting that treatment. Next on the list is Travis Strikes Back. I did mention that we were going to see No More Heroes gameplay. Vandaleaks did predict this one on the dot because they did say they were going to talk about split Joy-Con co-op play, which they did show off or speak about. Game looks really cool, really stylistic. They said there's an adventure mode. He's put into a video game system, that there's going to be 7 different games. Seems really cool. Very hyped up about it. They did say, like I said, I believe I said in my predictions, they were going to just say 2018 or later this year, and that's exactly what they did. I have a feeling this is going to get pushed back to 2019, but you never know. It could still come out this year. Then we got a Dark Souls update. They announced that there's actually going to be an amiibo for the game. Really random. Like, why is Dark Souls getting the amiibo, but ARMS is not getting the amiibo love? Like, give me some ARMS amiibos, please. But it's cool to hear that's still on track for that May 25th release, or May 24th, something like that, 24th or 25th on all systems. Then was the big spotlight on Mario Tennis Aces. We knew they were going to spend a good chunk of time on this. We heard there are 15 plus characters, your basic Mario characters: Rosalina, DK, Princess Peach, Daisy, Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, Wario, all of the expected ones. I don't know if there was anybody not really expected. I think Chain Chomp is a playable character. That was random. They mentioned some of the gameplay mechanics, like zone shots and KO shots and blocks and stuff. Seems really deep, and you can even shut that off and just play almost like a regular game of tennis with Mario characters, which is really cool. The online multiplayer that they spoke about, how there's going to be tournaments where you can win exclusive outfits and even new characters. I think they had an outline of a Koopa Trooper there, which was really cool. And also they're going to have a pre-launch tourney, much like the Test Punch for ARMS and the pre-splat or whatever they called it for Splatoon. They didn't announce when it's going to happen, but we will get to try out the game before it comes out on June 22nd. I did say April 27th, so I was way off on the date on that one. But it was leaked earlier today. I don't know if it was earlier today or late yesterday that this was going to be the release date. Some retailer accidentally put up a box art and the date, and I guess that was correct. Now we move on to a port that I had predicted. I said either Toad's Treasure Tracker, and we got Toad's Treasure Tracker. Yes, it's pretty much a port. It is going to have new levels. They did show off New Donk City, which looks really cool in the small diorama size. But like I said, this game is perfect for the Switch, especially in handheld mode. There's also going to be a 3DS version that they announced. Again, very weird that they're porting it to the 3DS as well as the Switch. But it is coming out July 13th. Wish it would be budget title, but knowing Nintendo, it's going to be full price. So I probably will have to pass on that. But it is cool that they got it. Now here's all our third-party support section for the most part. And here is an indie, which I said we were going to see. Undertale. I didn't say this specific game, but we are seeing Undertale. It did say coming eventually, so we don't know if it's coming 2018. I've never played Undertale. I heard great things about it. It's said to be one of the greatest RPGs of the modern era. So will be cool to try that out, especially since I'm pretty sure that's a budget price title. We are getting the Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, which was outed a little bit before that this was going to other systems and no longer exclusive to the PS4. So it is going to be cool because I think the same thing's going to happen to Spyro. When Spyro comes out, the collection for the PS4, it's probably going to be ported over to the Switch and Xbox One and all other systems and platforms after that. Little Nightmares, really random third-party indie, I think it's an indie game, coming out May 18th with amiibo support for the Pac-Man amiibo. Again, really strange. South Park Fractured But Whole is coming out April 24th. People predicted this. People actually predicted that it was going to be the first game, Stick of Truth and Fractured But Whole. I haven't played either of them. Not a huge South Park fan. Might check it out, but down the road when the price drops. But that's coming out April 24th. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I actually predicted a date of... Did I predict a date? I don't think I predicted a date. But I did say we were going to get a date, and we did. It is coming out on May the 18th. Then we got some stuff about ARMS and Splatoon. I did say we were going to hear stuff probably about ARMS, Splatoon, possibly Mario Kart. For ARMS, they are starting a big online tournament starting today to May the 18th. The US and Canada Online Open. Basically, just play, I guess, online ranked matches, and the top 8 players in Canada and US. I don't know if it's top 8 in Canada and then top 8 in US. But whatever the case, will compete in the finals. The finalists will get an exclusive piece of artwork, and the winner gets another piece of artwork, and it will be streamed on Nintendo's website. Cool stuff. Great to see that ARMS is still getting the support out there, and they did mention that there will be another test bunch for those of you who don't have the game near the end of the month. Now, for Splatoon 2, they spent a lot of time on Splatoon 2, and I was worried the show was going to end with this. Of course, it did not. But for Splatoon 2, they spoke about version 3.0, coming out late April. Going to introduce more gear, more stages, a rank X, which is a higher rank than the current rank that they have, which I think is S+. To be honest, I'm not a huge Splatoon player. I have to get back into it. And the Octo expansion that they announced, which is single-player DLC, which will be coming out this summer, paid DLC, looks really cool. New single-player missions, about 80 new missions they were saying, so it seems pretty meaty. And then you can use those Octo characters in multiplayer. Pretty excited about that. I will probably get more into Splatoon 2. There's just so much to play. And then they said that was the end of the Direct, but of course they didn't end there. We got Smash Bros. And the trailer started with the Inklings, boy and girl, shooting paint at each other. It went black. I'll probably have it like playing in the background right now. As you can see, the whole Direct is playing in the background right now. But it went dark. We saw the logo. We saw that Link, Breath of the Wild Link, is going to be in the game, which is awesome. Don't know about other people. There was other silhouettes. I thought I saw Master Mummy in a silhouette. I'm probably completely wrong. It was probably just characters that we already know are in Smash. I'm pretty sure the only new announcements that they announced in that trailer were the Splatoon characters and Breath of the Wild Link. But it was awesome. They showed the Smash Bros. Actual logo and name. They didn't show a subtitle. They just said 2018. So we don't actually know if this is a port of the Wii U version with new characters and stages. But whatever it is, I'm hyped. I said if they did this, it'd probably be the best Direct ever. It was close to it. There were some things I predicted that weren't there. And the biggest that I'm disappointed wasn't there was the DLC for Odyssey. As I said earlier, they mentioned Luigi's Mansion Remake for the 3DS. So there was no announcement for DLC for Odyssey. But I guess it's because Balloon World just came out. I'm just taking a quick look at anything else. No Pokken announcement. As Vandal Leak said, there would probably be something about Pokken. There was nothing there. There was also no trailer shown for DK and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, because I predicted a date of March 29th, but we haven't really heard anything since the mini direct where they showed that off. I said Diablo 3 would not be shown here. I was correct about that. Yoshi also did not make an appearance. Really surprised. Well, not super surprised, because Yoshi is a platformer much in the vein of Kirby Star Allies, so I guess they're going to wait for E3. But I'm actually, maybe there's a problem with this game and it's not going to end up getting released. It's just really weird that it didn't even get a mention. And another big one was no Fire Emblem Switch. This is one people should probably be worried about, because this was announced all the way back at the start of the year last year with no real footage, and we still haven't seen much about it. I did say for new games we were not going to see Pikmin 4, Animal Crossing, Pokemon Switch, Metroid 4, Bayonetta 3, and none of those were announced. The one I did say brand new would be Smash, and I was right on that, and it was awesome. I want to know what you guys thought about this Nintendo Direct. Were you happy with it? Are you excited about Smash for the Switch? Do you want to see it? Of course you don't want to see it as a port, but what do you want to see in it? What characters do you want to see in it? Let me know below. Don't forget to like And please subscribe. And as always, game on.